there. Thanks everyone for coming back. I want to take the opportunity, since we have a very lax schedule, I'll drop in information about the foundation after talks when I feel that it's necessary to shed a little bit of light on how the foundation actually works, because the member companies here are involved in different aspects of the foundation, and some things are maybe not as transparent as they could be. So I wanted to pick on the point, on the question that we had earlier, how service providers would come together and drive this, this product vision that Mike was talking about. And the foundation has actually about 1 year ago readjusted its governance structure ever so slightly to match a product development lifecycle in a company like an ISP, where we now have something called a product steering committee, which is already existed, and it is slowly growing, or has been growing over the last 12 months. It is now actually coming together as a group quite regularly. It has also had its first decision, so we now have the first product working group. So that's more of a marketing focus or marketing product focused working group to kind of mirror the setup that we have with the TSC, and that's the lifecycle management product working group that has been instantiated. We'll also send out or make the invite available for the membership at large very soon, hopefully this week or next. And then once you have the product committee that decides or aligns on a way forward for the foundation, this information would then be transferred basically to the TSC as a request to solve the problem. So we want the product committee to define what the problem actually is and say why we want to solve this problem, and then hand it over to the experts in the TSC on the technical side of the foundation to then define how that can be done in a standardized way. And that can be either a standard or an implementation or both, or work with another standards organization, bring them in to manifest this. What you have is rough guidelines here that, or rough scope, the architecture, API, security, and then also what we have is the concept of projects, where we have implementation projects that are treated slightly differently in the foundation, or have been at all times. Right now they have the same setting as a working group, because they drive a lot of the standardization that we do in prpl, or alignment that we do in prpl, so prpl mesh and prpl WRT being the two prominent examples here. And then the fourth pillar, so to speak, or the fourth step in that flow would be the certified test labs, that is hopefully soon, but it's still in the future, and we still have to figure out how to actually do that. There's things where it's probably easier, like the high-level API, that's going to be relatively straightforward to test it, but low-level API, not so easy. Full stacks, maybe also not so easy, but let's see. So I just wanted to give you this overview. That's what the foundation looks like. Governance-wise, there's a lot more information around that, but I don't want to bore you with that. I would like to get back to the actual program. Here